Welcome back to Irons United. Not a fantastic result at all. I'm Anton, joined by my dad, Jim.
Hi guys.
How do you quickly sum?
I don't know.
How do you
Very
sum that
difficult
up?
to sum it up. Totally disappointing game.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I feel a little bit. I think we're both a little bit lost for words.
Yeah.
Just can't believe that we could go 1-0 up and do okay in the first half. We will dissect the game in a minute. To then just completely implode in the second half.
Both teams didn't really do much, did they, in the first 35 minutes? They just played cat and mouse. It wasn't really a very good advert for football there.
No, I mean, team selection to start with we went back to the team that came up against Chelsea, where we obviously won that game 1-0 and we performed really well in that game, and I was okay about that. I think my biggest concern is, I've said it all along, is consistency in team selection. So 1 minute you're losing a player, the next minute a player comes in, and then it's back and forth, and I just don't know where I'm at with the team selection. All the time it's just chopping and changing. You know, Sebastian Aller is in the side 1 minute, then he's dropped the next minute. Antonio threw himself about tonight, done all right in the first half, but the second half, you know, Arsenal defensively were not great tonight.
No.
The game was there for the taking. Yeah, I think we said that in the first half, did we not?
Yeah, I think that although the goalkeeper and messing around a little bit with the backs, and then suddenly we couldn't take advantage of it.
Well, they did. I kept saying that to my dad. I said that every time that the keeper got the ball, we kept playing it out really close to the first defender, and they kept shitting themselves. They kept panicking.
Yeah, they did.
But West Ham, and it's great to see the power, the enthusiasm, the passion that players like Snodgrass have got. And I thought Anderson had an okay first half, pushing forward, putting the players under pressure. But it's like we just, in the final third, we can't
penetrate.
We can't penetrate at all. We just...
And yet Antonio's there, and he's the guy that could do that as well for us. But tonight, he just could not. He couldn't get through against what I would say would be a poor defensive Arsenal team.
It is poor, and it's probably one of the poorest Arsenal sides we've
for a
seen
while.
in many years. You know, from what we're used to seeing, I suppose, and even more recently. But tonight they were poor. There's no ifs and buts about it. Arsenal were poor in that first half.
Yeah, we didn't take advantage.
And we didn't take advantage of that. Of course, we went 1-0 up with the Ogbonna goal. Hit the deflection, went in. But for me, it was deserved.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine.
Yeah, it was deserved. But for me, I said to you, we need to now make changes in the first half. And the changes for me personally was, we have to take off the quiet player, which was Pablo Fornals, and bring Sebastian Aller up top beside Antonio to take advantage of Arsenal's problems in the defence and try and maximise that and penetrate that, and let Anderson support the two up top.
Yeah.
But again, we didn't, and this is my biggest problem with Pellegrini. Where are you at with the kind of Pellegrini decisions and tactical decisions? I mean,
I don't know. It's a bit difficult at the moment. I don't really want to be. Don't really want to be criticising too much of Pellegrini. To be really candid at the moment in time, he's under enough pressure as it is.
Yeah. Get your comments in below. Let us know your thoughts on what we are saying about the game in general. But second half, we came out again. I thought, we built up a little bit of enthusiasm coming in at the end of this first half, but we never continued that enthusiasm into the second half.
No.
Defensively, Dad, I mean, I've been saying this for nearly 3 seasons. Watching us, defensively, we're not great.
No, we're not. No,
we're not great.
Giving them credit. I mean, that Martinelli goal was a really good goal. Wasn't it? Really, it was the first goal.
The first goal was
good.
good.
It was a good goal,
I suppose if you, as a fan, if you've got to dissect that goal slightly, you think that Declan Rice should have stayed with his man. But defensively, we were all over the shop.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was going to say, but they took advantage of us. And we didn't of them. And that's really where the difference was tonight.
Absolutely.
They took
their chances.
They took their chances and raided us and got the result.
Yeah.
If anything, they could have gone on. They could have got 4 or 5.
Yeah, in the second half, and that's
really bad.
That's the biggest concern. And then Creswell picks up the injury, and Masuaku comes on, and whether you're in the Masuaku camp or Creswell camp, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that when we play these players, that we have to play to their advantages, and Masuaku suits it when Anderson is in on the left, but he's not. He was through the centre, and he was left isolated. And for the Pepe goal in particular, the worst thing you can do is put the best player inside the box onto his left foot, his best foot, and he just smashed the ball into the top corner. There's no keeper would have saved that. It was defensively just error after error, and then for the third goal, Aubameyang, Augie left his man. He fed through him and chipped the ball in, and he was unmarked, and he was going to score the goal.
Two or three more chances after that.
Of
which we couldn't break out. In the end at all, do we? Even to come close in the game. Just very poor game overall by us, and we're going to have to really improve with Southampton coming up next week.
I think
with Southampton, that's going to be a really difficult one.
I mean, what do you do? Right, you're in that dressing room right now. What is it? What do you think looking at that team today? What's wrong with the team? What is wrong?
Well, I mean, you haven't got the. They're not playing with the Mark Noble type approach to the game. The passion isn't there. It's not there, is it? Really? No. I mean, you look at them there tonight. Apart from, I would say Snodgrass, he shows a lot of that. He's fighting back, getting up and down the pitch. He shows a lot of passion, as does Noble. But we're lacking something there. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know.
Do you think? Let's be brutally honest here. Do you think Pellegrini's lost the dressing room?
Do
you think the players are behind him?
As I said, I don't really want to comment too much on Pellegrini. I think he's going to be struggling if we go down against Southampton on Saturday. I think then there's going to be a massive cry then. I mean, you look at our position in the league just now; it's not great. Let's be honest about it now. And tonight could have been one that we could have at least moved out a little bit further. Now we're still near 1 point above the relegation zone. With teams that are around us that are they're not good, but they're not that bad.
I mean, we talk a lot about at the beginning of the season. I think we all thought as West Ham fans we were going to try and outscore the opposition because defensively we knew we were not strong. But we can't even outscore our opposition. But still are conceding goals left, right and centre. We can't shut up shop.
No.
And, there's a lot of chat in the Irons United group where we say sometimes we really need to maybe go back to the basics. There's a kind of element in that, but I feel like we constantly go back to basics. And it's like, what is the next step?
The first half an hour of that game, both teams went back to basics, and it was boring, and there was no one penetrating anything. So we can't do that.
No.
And I mean, okay, fair enough. If we were 1-up or something, and then we decide to defend and try and hold onto that, fair enough. Maybe we should do a bit more of that. But we've got to score. We've got to be in front to do it. And although we're in front tonight, albeit I suppose it was deflection that got us there, we did not really defend that very well after that.
Do you think the players are? Do you think players are using us as a stepping stone? Is that me being too judgmental on them, or do you think we need more? I mean, for example, I think about like Pellegrini's substitutions. He brought on Sebastian Haller and Nathan Holland. With 10 minutes to go, 3-1 down. Like for me, it's just like bring them on a lot earlier because we can penetrate, get an opportunity. I know. But then you look at Andersons and Fornals. And you think to yourself, are you giving it your all? You made a comment, and we're bringing this player back up again. About the free kick opportunity, and you made the comment during it, and you were like, "God, we just missed that Payet type-ish player."
Well, we do.
Whether you like it or not,
we for free kicks and getting virtual goals coming from it.
Penetrating, he had a free kick. It's not saying he's going to be our saviour. It's nothing like that. No. It's just to say that since he's gone, we've lost that va-va-voom, I suppose you could say. But what is it? I mean, what is it with these players? What is it that when you saw West Ham growing up, that what we had, the fight, determination, what is it that they don't have?
Well, I can only sum it up by saying really that they're missing that Mark Noble passion, the Billy Bonds, the type that you had there, and when I was watching football and growing up with West Ham, and I don't know, there was something there in the West Ham teams of old that I watched. There was something that you'd come back, you'd fight back, and you'd do really well, and you would. They even mentioned it tonight, the fact that we beat Arsenal as a second division team when we beat them at Wembley in 1980, and I mean that was a great team there. That we can't beat a team in the Premier Division. But
it was like
it's a lot of passion in the teams that we had. That's missing a little bit still now.
Well, you do see that tonight. Like you think, it's like West Ham have stepped up against Arsenal, and they were saying there tonight that Pepe's season started today.
And Martinelli as well.
Their season starts today, and it's always against West Ham. And it's like, it is that fighting determination, it is that frightening, it is that concern that we can spend and invest in a squad but don't have the capabilities to manage that squad. I'm concerned again about the whole...
Are you concerned about Pellegrini?
I'm concerned about Pellegrini because I think tactically...
so what do you think is going to happen with Pellegrini?
I think
He's under threat after... If he doesn't win against Southampton, is he gone?
Well, I think there's rumours, whether or not you believe it, that if he does get beat against Southampton, let's remember, Southampton aren't particularly playing well, but they've got Danny Ings up front who's on form, and he's going to run rings round our defence. I don't care what anyone says he is. If our defence don't shore that up, any striker that's on form is going to run rings around our defence. And one of the guys made a comment in our group about saying if Leicester City were playing Arsenal tonight, they'd have been 6-0 up at half time. And it's a total valid point. They would have. My concern about Pellegrini is tactical decisions and team selection.
Maybe.
Back in your day watching the football, you had consistency in team selection. Players got a run of games, even if they didn't particularly play well.
We didn't have massive squads though, Tony.
You didn't have massive squads. But West Ham, I don't think, are a big enough team yet to manage a big squad. Have the squad,
No, I know what you mean.
We have a squad depth, but I don't think we can manoeuvre that squad too much. I don't think we can rest players left, right and centre.
No.
Because we don't have that squad depth.
No.
But, if you're a Man City of the world who has, yes, your best 22 players in and around the world, or Liverpool have got players left, right and centre, they can drop the two main strikers and bring in Origi and Shaqiri who can go and attack. West Ham can what? We drop our strikers and bring in a midfielder to go up front. And fair play to Antonio, he did really well, but it's just that missing spark, and it's the... I don't know. Is it the right thing to sack Pellegrini? Will the board sack Pellegrini?
I don't know. I mean, they don't. It's going to cost them money to do it.
It's going to cost them a lot of money. We know what the board are like.
Well, what about Benitez being there tonight? You were talking about that on Sky. What do you think of that?
I think they've probably obviously done that to maybe stir up a story. But again, he's announced tonight that he's not interested. I think I've seen that just before we came on. That he's not interested in a move back to the Premier League. But I mean, it is all down to money, I suppose, at the end of the day. But I don't know really where we can go. I feel like, for me, consistency has been our biggest issue. Defensively, we've had problems for 3 years. I mean, we might do a gift of the gab video before the Southampton game to just and talk about all the problems at the club and maybe give you the defensive stats and maybe the attacking stats. We all know the stats about the amount of strikers. I mean, we buy strikers left, right and centre. I mean, I think under Gold and Sullivan, I think we're up to nearly 50 strikers we've had. I mean, when was the last striker we had that scored over a certain amount of goals?
I know.
And someone made a valid point about, I know Sebastian Eller came on for 10 minutes, but if that was Andy Carroll, he'd have been getting ripped left, right and centre.
Yeah.
And he's not. It's like we're trying to justify this £40 million price tag.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's difficult. Yeah,
the side needs to give us more. Last, sum up the words of what every West Ham fan is thinking right now.
I'm just fed up to the back teeth. That's the way I am tonight, feeling that. That's what I feel.
Yep. Get your comments in. Let us know what you think of what we've said tonight. It's been a tough review, but we know we have to do it. We know we have to bring it to you every single week. Keep an eye out for our fan reactions. Stel and Alf will be sending some in, so they'll be going up on the channel soon as well. We'll be back for the Southampton preview. Hopefully we can turn something around. God knows what, but it's gonna be a tough old season. It's becoming a tough old season, but hopefully we can get an early Christmas present. But it's not looking likely. Not looking like it. We're all on the naughty list apparently. Anyway, all right. Keep following Irons United and obviously keep getting behind West Ham somehow. Come on, you Irons.